to your question about who is a journalist, I think that that's also part of the question that has drawn us into the social media bill, which Kaderi spoke so eloquently about, and the modest work that we're all trying to do, because there is this debate going on out there that, well, everybody, there's the assumption, especially among politicians, that anybody who has a phone, who has a mobile phone or a smartphone, or who has a conversation and therefore can publish, such content, is automatically a journalist. I do not subscribe to that. You can do your work in whatever area that you feel obliged to do it without necessarily calling yourself a journalist. And except we begin to understand and make the distinction between those who do professional work and those who do not, then we will always be tempted to look at things from that point of view. So my direct answer to your question about who is a journalist and who is not, I think that we sort of would agree. I would look at the common grounds. People would agree that a journalist is somebody who would have a certain level of training. And by training, I do not believe that you ought to have gone to obtain a degree in mass comm on journalism to qualify as a journalist. I obtained one, but it doesn't make me better than those who do not have degrees in journalism. So, but I believe that you need a certain minimum of training. I believe you need to subscribe to a code of ethics. Those for me are two minimum conditions, for the vocation, if you like, that we find ourselves in. And I think the more of us that give ourselves to more training and subscribe or hold those standards in a code of ethics which we all subscribe to, then the more people we have at that level, perhaps the less of this kind of problem that we would have. But I think there's also one more thing that I'd like to point out before I turn it over to my colleagues. I think that the legal system, I'm not saying it's easier elsewhere, but I think the legal system is failing. It's compounding the misery of people who ordinarily would challenge some of these things that are going on. So when people know that they can do things without consequences, or if you take forever, for example, for a law on libel or defamation, for the people who are libeling or defaming you to be held to account, then this sort of situation that we are talking about would more easily occur.